Hello and welcome to Fashion Report Friday. This is week 264 of a video series trying to get you the most MGP humanly possible from the Mandeville Gold Saucer every week on a Friday when judging begins for the Fashion Report minigame. In this particular video, we have the clue Amantes, Sunt, Amentes. This includes individual clues for feather in your cap for your helm, scarf it down for your chest, rest and relaxation for your legs, and cute as a button for our necklace slot. In this video, we have a 100 score, an easy 80, as well as a dies with getting an 80 as well. So without further ado, let's go to that 100. For the 100 then, I chose to go for the Ranger's Hat. This is something you can get from low-level city-state armor vendors, such as Gwalter here in the Steppes of Thal, for 4,806 gil. You can also craft this with Weaver if you'd prefer. Alternatives to this hat include the Woolen Beret, which is also a Weaver craft, and I believe the Surge Hat of Healing and the Surge Hat of Casting will both work as well, and you can get those from merchants over in the Fringes, if I remember correctly, in Stormblood, but the Ranger's Hat will do us just fine. For the chest piece then, I went for the Dalmorskin Vest. This again chosen because it's more accessible to everybody. This is something you can craft with leatherworking, or you can buy this from low-level vendors such as Norlays in the Pillars of Ishgard in the Jeweled Grosier for 15,444 gil. Alternatives to the Dalmorskin Vest include the Fist Fighter's Jack Coat, which is something you can get from Brayflux Longstop Hard or the Lost City of Amdapor dungeon, the Archaeoskin Jack Coat of Crafting, and the Archaeoskin Jack Coat of Gathering will also work. There are probably lots of other items that would work. I have not tested those this week, and the Dalmorskin Vest is quite accessible, I think you'll agree. For the legs then, I went for the Rami Pantalettes. This is something you can get from the weaving, low-level weaving, and obviously by extension of that, the market board quite cheaply, I would imagine. The accessibility on this is what drew me in, but alternatively, you can also go for things like the Wind Silk Bottoms, which is another weaver craft, the Ruby Cotton Bottoms, and the Ghost Bark Bottoms of Casting, which are from the Siren Song Sea Dungeon. Additionally, if you do have this unlocked, you can go for the Spring Bottoms, which is something you would get from having over 600 cumulative points Fashion Report over the last few months or so, however long you've been doing it, from Kasumi in the Gold Saucer itself. And then finally, for cute as a button, we've got the ribbon of anything you want from Thorn March Extreme. This is obviously Good King Moogle Mog on extreme difficulty. The fight has been made simple since when I last did this. In recent patches, they've updated a lot of the older content, and Thorn March is a lot simpler than it used to be. So go in there, get whatever ribbon drops, it doesn't matter what it is of aiming, etc., because they're all accessible to everybody anyway. And that's the 100 score. Not too bad, plenty of vendor purchased options, which is really good for your alts. Now let's move on to looking at an 80 with dies. We have dark brown die times 3, so we've got that on weapon, we've got that on boots, and we've got that on gloves, which is a quite easily accessible die. Then we have pastel pink on our helm, then we have pure white on any chest in the game, and finally corpse blue on any legs in the game, which you can get from the Sahagin tribal vendor, if I remember correctly, or of course on the market board. And yeah, honestly, that's not a bad option of dies. However, I would say the pure white is the only thing that's going to cost you any real amount of money, whichever way you look at it. But we can do better than that. So for an easy 80, all you need to do is equip yourself with the Ranger's Hat, which is obviously something you can get very easily from a low-level vendor, and equip yourself with any legs in the game and Divo's Corpse Blue die. If you do that, you're getting access to, obviously, the best in slot die for the legs, and you've got a really good item for your helm, and that should give you an 80 score guaranteed. The reason this works is because as long as you have something equipped in every slot, it gives you extra points just for having a necklace equipped, for example. So make sure you have something in every slot of gear and you'll get an 80 guaranteed. Hopefully this was helpful. Of course, a link in the description of this video takes you to the Reddit thread where this is theorized by clever people each and every week. But of course, much love, enjoy the rest of your day, enjoy your Friday, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.